A new station has been added to the game. Well, not necessarily new, but a remaster of an older station. And this station is Atlas Station. It features the new bells and whistles that maps require, like docking doors, and just has the new features for like cargo and such. Otherwise, it's not that much different than it used to be. Like the anomaly wing wasn't here before, but yeah, the departments are really small. It's a small map. However, Service has a really interesting design. It's basically a rectangle where they work back to back. Engineering is on the west side of the station with a absolutely tiny Atmos. Synthesizing different gases is going to be rather difficult here, but I'm sure people will figure it out. Salvage and cargo is on the northwestern part of the station. Security is pretty much dead center. This station also doesn't feature a perma. The bridge is on the east side, which also features the Hops office. The Hops office and Captain's office are adjacent. You would only realistically have to break a single window and unanchor one substation to be able to get into the Hops room and, I believe, get into the Captain's room. And there is an extra spare ID on this station as well, which is only 2 windows from space or 1 wall. So another point worth considering here if you're playing a syndicate, some of your options. Disposals is in the southeast, and medical is in the middle of the station as well, but a little bit more towards the south. Evac is directly south, and arrivals is directly north of this. Cargo can now order pet carriers for $500, and inside it is a big pet carrier, allows large animals to be carried comfortably. This also includes people, and you can literally pick someone up and move full speed. They're not like locked in here at all. They can just press a movement key to get out, but I have already seen people using this as a taxi service. It's a little silly, but I think the PR even mentions that you could put large people in it, so I suppose this is how it's supposed to be. Expeditions have had their timers bumped back up to 11 minutes, where the previous time was 7 minutes. The Ripley APLU is now a Tier 1 industrial technology instead of 2, meaning you can get them earlier in the game. Nothing else has changed besides this. Mods can now directly eat the wool off a goat for food. You can now turn cotton into cloth, which is under the construction menu labeled as cotton woven cloth. You need 4 pieces of cotton to make this. And it just comes out as normal cloth, which again, mods can just eat. Small critters like mice can no longer spread the zombie virus. You can now actually unbuckle people in a critical state in a vehicle, where before you basically had to wait for them to die, and made treating people rather difficult. Nuclear operatives now have random operation names, and they appear in the chat bar when you first join as a Nukie. And for example, this one is Operation Cold Crypt. It's completely flavor text, but it can let you roleplay better, as in you now all have a common mission name, so you can refer to it as that. And it gives some interesting roleplay opportunities. Explosions will now detonate inside containers. So for example, if you shoot somebody who has explosives in their bags or something like a China Lake, all those explosives will, well, explode. Syndicate agents who are in handcuffs on the emergency shuttle when it leaves will now have an in custody status, showing that they were indeed caught by security and are in custody. IEDs have been nerfed to only do 45 damage instead of 90, and you can't hook them up to a remote signal anymore. That's all I'll cover for this week. As always, the patch notes will be down below in the comments or on the Steam page. I want to thank our maintainers and contributors for keeping the game up to date, bug-free, and just fun to play. Thank you for watching.